Did Tom Girardi just implicate Erika Jayne in his whole legal mess? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So Tom Girardi, first off, did you guys see last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I can't believe that it's been so good this season. Can we be real? It's been good, and it's not because of Erika Girardi's story. It's because of her story, but because of people like Sutton and Garcelle and PK that are carrying the story to us in a way that we need. But I'll be honest, Erika has been giving us moments for us to be just truly disgusted. And of course, we will recap it later today here on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Well, Tom Girardi was having a 2-hour lunch at an upscale restaurant, okay? When he was asked by the paparazzi, did Erika know anything? So the way to describe him and the way that I'm going to describe him, and if you see the picture, like, oh my God, because I have a heart unlike Tom Girardi or Erika Jayne, part of me is like, oh God, he looks so frail and old. I kind of feel sorry for him. As you also know, back in February, after an evaluation, Tom was diagnosed with late onset Alzheimer's and dementia. He's 82 years old. So that's not that surprising. But we also have to remember these alleged crimes that Tom was doing against his victims what dates back many, many years. So the excuse that it was the dementia or Alzheimer's that made him do it, I'd like to see the data on that. So, as I said before, he was stopped by the paparazzi after having a 2-hour lunch at an upscale restaurant. And they asked specifically, did Erika know anything? You gotta give love to the paparazzi, because at the end of the day, they're doing really reporters' work. You know what? They're doing the reporter's job right there. So this is what Tom responded with. And I'm going to read it exactly. He says, I think she does. I think she does? Hey, look, let's be honest. First of all, I already know the lawyers, people like Ronald Richards, and I'm a shout out to my girl, Emily D. Baker, will say, well, he's been deemed incompetent. He's not going to be a competent witness. Like this statement to the paparazzi, and as an attorney, he knows this too. Also, I've seen some tea that, one of his expertise in all of this is brain injury. So he kind of knows a lot about what will be admissible in court, allegedly. So he already knows he could easily say something like that, and no one's going to take it for anything besides us. We're going to be like, oh, she does. Look, we've gone back and forth. I said at the beginning of the season, I had an open mind and even an open heart. I had an open heart to Erika, to believe that maybe Erika didn't know anything. Maybe she was the doting wife that just spent the money and had no idea. But unfortunately, on camera and off camera, based on this investigation from Ronald Richards, we're seeing too much of a connection, signing off on tax forms. And on the show, the Cliff story. Last week, another story. Him confronting the burglar and having a surgery and da-da-da-da. It's really hard to believe Erika. And then this week, they bring up the whole Cliff story that she's talking about, and she says, allegedly. Allegedly, you're lying. Sorry, let me focus. So this, as we already know, I don't believe that this will be held in court. I don't think this will even come up in court. Maybe Ronald Richards will bite on it, but we already know how Ronald is. We already know this is not going to hold up in court. He is not going to be considered a credible witness that Erika knows. I think if Erika is going to be implicated, is based off what Erika has said and what we see on the show and what we see in regards to paperwork. Yesterday, I reported on a story about some mystery bank accounts that have surfaced. I'll post a link in the description of the video so you can see that one as well. So mystery bank accounts have been discovered. They're trying to see right now if those bank accounts diverted money to other places. You know, we also had someone call in here and talk about the Panama Papers, and they have an alleged source that the Girardis may have had money down there. Either way, this brings us back to talking about Tom Girardi's victims. There is good news so far in regards to the La Quinta home being up for sale. Of course, the Pasadena mansion is up for sale, and the auction from the Girardi Keese law firm sold thousands and thousands of dollars. But as you already know, the Girardi Keese law firm owes over $101 million. I'm just hoping, yes, the creditors and the IRS are going to get paid. I'm hoping that these victims can get, I honestly want them to get all of their money with interest, because I said this on my podcast. So many times we are charged interest, but in these other situations, when you're owed money from these places, you don't get interest. But that's me. So, of course, Erika was flying back from a Las Vegas trip, and the paparazzi asked her about it. They asked her about Tom's statements, and she, of course, did not answer. Smart Erika. That would not be smart to answer. But Erika, very much like Tom, probably already knows they're not going to take it as credible information from Tom Girardi. Is she pissed at Tom Girardi? Probably. But what we see throughout the show, and this has been my biggest quandary with Erika, is like, I understand you spent 20-something years with this person. I must expect you to throw him under the bus, but it seems as if you're protecting him more than ever. Even the conversation where she brings Lisa Rinna and Kyle in, and she's like, I've told these people, but no one wanted to listen to me. No one, not one doctor. You took him to multiple doctors. I know there's only so much you can do because he is, at the time, a grown adult. But I just find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe. Either way, I know that you guys have lots of opinions. Let's keep it civil, as always, in the comments section. I want to know your thoughts on this statement from Tom. Do you think it was an admission? Do you think it was pre-calculated? Everything they do, it feels like it's being pre-calculated. Even him looking frail. But if you see the picture, it's like, he does look frail. I'm trying not to have a heart like him, but I can't and I won't. Guys, I want to know your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.